So I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces of wood for our Mark II version of the world's smallest bird feeding optic. One. So now I'm just going to cut off this piece of wood. It's just a bit of old pallet wood that I saved from one of my other previous projects. So I'm going to cut it off about 30-40 millimeters longer than the bottle. That should give me plenty of place to put my little spring bracket to hold the neck of the bottle above the little seed saucer. So I've now put the little base up against the back like that. My little base will then take my little seed tray, and then I will go into the little spring clip, and it'll just let the seed drop into the bird feeding tray. I'm just going to mark a line that's there, all nice and level. So mark a line there because it'll give us a better indication of where to drill. I'm going to drill 2 holes in there. So one about there in the centre, about perhaps 25 mil in or so, similarly there, and as long as it's about sort of centralised between those, that line and the edge, so about there and about there, something like that, and then that will then we'll pre-drill that and then screw it into the base. Just now going to drill 2 3 or 4 millimeter holes right the way through this back, but halfway between the line and the edge, so about 25 mil in or something like that, roughly speaking. And there, and there. Always pays to put a bit of scrap wood underneath if you've got a nice posh bench or table you're working on. So just go all the way through. And more for that one. Kept drilling through the same hole, silly whatever. So we're just going to drive those in, about 2-inch number 4 screws, or 2-inch number 8 should be about right, so 50 mil number 4 or 2-inch number 8. Just going to drive those fully home. Hopefully it won't split the wood out. So just using the impact driver today. There we are, these are all in there. If you pre-drill the wood, it stops it splitting out too much. Now I'm just going to put a little tinsy screw in there, about 20 mil. And I'm just going to pop that into the centre of our little dish. That'll hold the dish centralised on there, then the birds can land on it and just hook their little feet onto there and eat away. And the next thing is to make sure we get this bottle in the right place and get the little spring fitting. Got a little spring fitting that goes around the neck of the bottle. There we are, all nice and neat and tidy like that, see? So we're now going to screw a little screw into there. If we can get that as close down to the bottom, if we leave probably, we're trying to encourage the smaller birds, so maybe the smaller birds eat, so we'll put that pretty near the spring clip, pretty near the top of the dish, and then hopefully it'll only let a small amount of bird food out at a time, so hopefully just encourage these smaller birds rather than the bigger ones. But did see a big blackbird in here the other day, so probably not going to happen. Also, the other thing we need to do now is to dig a little water drainage hole into the base of here. Just going to put one in there, so it's going to drain out outside of the wood. That'll probably be enough. Just put a couple in. Just a couple in there for luck. I don't know if you can see those through there. You might. Oh yeah, just about. You can see the light going through. And then, as I say, we'll just attach the spring clip. Just going to put the spring clip just slightly higher than I was originally suggesting, so maybe so when the bottle's in the spring clip, that the top of the bottle where the seed will come out, i.e. that bit there, is about 10 mil from the base of the saucer. That should let the birdseed come out alright, even some of the slightly bigger bits. There we are, I've just got that started. I'm going to screw it up, but not too tight, because the way these spring clips work is you tighten the screw in the back there, and it gradually tightens the jaws on the front there. So there we go. See, as I've put that in really tight now, those jaws are quite tight, but we'll see. Should we get that around the bottle, hopefully? There we are, so that's a nice tight fit on the neck of the bottle. It's about 10 mil from the bottom of the feeder to the little saucer below. We've got our drainage holes in there, and so just got to fill that with bird food, and I'll put a screw hole through this back plate here, just so it's easy then to screw on wherever we want to put it, on a tree or on a trellis, or somewhere where the birds can sneak away into, hide in ivy or a tree, so they can get away from the little pussycats. So there we are, I've drilled a hole into the back here of this backing plate, and then we can screw that onto a tree, trellis or whatever. And yeah, job's a good one. So we just need to fill the bottle up with some bird food, and then we'll be ready to place that. This is only pallet wood, which I don't think is particularly been treated, so that won't last that long outdoors, but probably a few years. But if you wanted to make it last longer, then it'd probably pay to put something like the water-based cuprinol shades or something like that on, because birds will probably be happy with this seagrass. Quite a nice colour, and the birds seem to like it, particularly the blue tits. Ow. So here it is in all its glory. This is JJ's Mark II version of the world's smallest bird feeding optic. So it's a tiny miniature Gordon's gin miniature, literally miniature, spring clip, little small saucer that you'd use for a small plant pot, a couple of drainage holes in there, screwed to the base, and then I just made that up out of a little bit of just a little bit of pallet wood. The structure, there's a screw in the back there just to screw it onto a tree or trellis, and I'm sure that will attract the birds. Oh, and there they are. And so basically what happens is, as the birds start feeding out of here, gradually that should come down. Some of the bird seed I've got in there at the moment is a bit, probably a bit big, but I'm sure the birds will find a way of getting it out. So when I put this out, I'll choose my smaller bird seeds, and then that will hopefully make it flow better.